Alrighty then.
Welcome to Outdoor Fun.
Alrighty then, cheers! At the property, gonna head in and check the trail cams and gonna collect some sap. Anyway, hopefully we'll get some good pictures. It's been a crazy week since last week. We had 3 days of like plus 12, plus 13. A bunch of the snow melted, and then we had a big ice storm yesterday. Anyway, had less than an inch. We were supposed to almost have an inch, inch and a half. That was the forecast. It was actually going to be pretty scary. Anyway, the trees, they're looking okay. I think Ben said there wasn't as much here. I think there was about 20 millimeters in town. So I haven't been to the cottage yet. We'll be there after I get all this stuff done. Anyway, see ya. Alrighty then, I see that it's about a quarter full, and the one there in the distance looks to be about a quarter full, and I can't tell what the other two look like, but we'll see them shortly. Anyway, you can see kind of what's left of the bit of freezing rain. The good thing about the freezing rain is that it wasn't super cold, so it was right around -1, 0, -1, so it didn't take really badly on the trees. Anyway, let's get some of this sap. Stay tuned. A little icy, but that's okay. Let me go get some more. Stay tuned. Look at the ice cubes. They're the icicles. Oh, she's cold. Good thing about these snowshoes is they got metal spikes on them, so any kind of ice, no problem. All right, let's go. Let's see if I can't see what's on the other ones. Actually, I can tell from here. Stay tuned. Yeah, that's those two are the bigger ones actually, and that one looks like it has almost half. Well, maybe about a third, and that one looks like it has about a quarter. All right, let's go get them. Stay tuned. See that other one? I don't know if you can see that other one in the distance. Oh yeah, you can. I'll just point it a little bit better. Put that down and I'll let you see what it looks like. Stay tuned. Not too bad. There's about it's not quite half full, so maybe 8 gallons, I guess, something like that. Anyway, looking forward to going and checking trail cams and maybe I'll grab a little bit out of one of the buckets that Ben has. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, I'm just gonna grab a little bit more. Ooh, actually, it's icy right here. We're gonna test this out here. Bring a pole with me. All right, that's plenty for now. Yeah, it looks like he's been collecting sap. So all these ones here were empty, so I had to go down a little bit further down there, and there was one at the end that looks like he hadn't collected from. So anyway, I grabbed some of that. I got half of my bucket full. I think it's 10 liters, something like that. So that's not too bad. Had certainly do me for this week. I just do a little at a time, especially last year I collected a full pail of 20 liters and I boiled that down to half a liter of sap. This year I'm going to do a different approach. I'm going to do like Ben did last year. So I'm just going to boil it down to a certain temperature, like, I don't know, 215, 216, about halfway. Then I'll put that in a separate container, keep it in the fridge, and then I'll just keep adding to that, and then once I have like a certain amount of the reduced sap, you know, it's not quite maple syrup yet, then I'll just finish it all on the oven at one time. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, stay tuned. See you soon. Alrighty then. Cheers. Oh yeah, Miller Lite. Less filling. No, tastes great, less filling. There you go. All right, I'm gonna get a fire going. And I want to show you a couple things. Alrighty then, I'm going to be boiling down some sap this week. I'm going to use 3 methods. I'm going to use my outdoor fire pit. I'm going to use my that new sauna wood stove that I got. And I brought my propane turkey fryer. So I haven't actually used that in years. It's been in the shed at home. We did a turkey one time, and I never did it again. So anyway, I brought the extra propane tank. So I don't know if I'll use that this week. We'll see. But those are the 3 methods I'm going to try. I'm going to use this year. Last year it was all outdoor on the fire, but this year I want to use that new wood stove that I got for the sauna, and then I want to use this propane. I think that'll work good. Anyway, I've got the sap just sitting here, just letting the last little bit of ice that was in it melt, and I'll be setting stuff up. I got to organize the fridge so that I have room now to put the sap as I slowly start to reduce it, because you have to kind of keep it at a cold temperature. You can't just let it spoil out and out in the outside, unless it's negative. Like last year, what I did was I collected it, and then I put it in a snowbank, and I left it there until I had enough collected. But this year I collected already half of one of these buckets, so I figured this week I'd start boiling it down, and then I'll do that for the next few weeks. I'll just process a little bit each week. I think that's my plan. I might change, you never know. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm gonna relax for a bit. See ya. Alrighty then, before I end up going out and getting this sap on the fire, I think what I'll do, just like last year, I'm just going to do a quick filter into this pot, and then I'll put this pot on the wood stove and just get it warmed up. So just makes it a little bit easier. Let me just grab some of the get all any particulates out. Now, I think this can handle one more. Yeah, just like that. What I'll do is I'll just let that drain a bit. The ice itself, I think, is pretty much just water. If I remember correctly from last year, I think I kind of tossed out the ice. There's probably a small amount of sugar in it. Actually, I might let it melt. I think I will let it melt. And I'll just grab the sap that I collect here, and I'll put it on the wood stove in just a minute. Stay tuned. Alrighty then. I'll just put that on the wood stove here. Perfect. Let it sit there. It'll warm up nicely. I'll get the wood stove going here in a little bit, and then that'll already have a bit of a head start. Anyway, stay tuned. Alrighty then. Oh, come on. Play again. Roll up the rim as a loser. Haha. All right, well, let's get that fire going, and once it's settled, then I got some good base. I'll put a few more logs on it, and then I'll bring that out and start boiling it down. And I've got barbecued steak and shrimp tonight as well, so that'll be nice. I'll do a little bit tonight. It's a little bit chilly. Tomorrow is supposed to be a little bit warmer, so I'll probably do most of the boil tomorrow, but I figured I'd get started today. Can't resist. It's just beautiful out. I mean, it's -4, -5. There's a bit of a wind though, so anyway, looking forward to boiling the sap down. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, fire's starting to come along pretty good. I just need to get some smaller pieces ready, so let me get those split. Stay. Perfect. Let me get this going. Alrighty then, I got about 2.5 liters of sap ready. Excellent. So what I'll do now is I'll go in and I'll prep another 2.5, 3 liters and put it on the wood stove and get it warmed up while this is boiling down. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, she's starting to come to a little bit of a boil there. That was pretty quick. Perfect. All right, I'll let that boil for a little bit. Then I'll boil it down a bit, and then I'll put it in my other container. Then I'll put the other. What I think I'll do tonight then is everything that I had there, I'll boil down, put it into my secondary container, and then tomorrow afternoon, I'll finish the rest on the little outdoor wood stove, the sauna wood stove, and I'll reduce it even further. And then we'll see. Anyway, stay tuned. I forgot how fun it was just to kind of sit out here and watch that boil. You'd think it wouldn't be fun, but there's just something about sitting by the fire, but also sitting by the fire when you know you're making maple syrup. Stay tuned. Alrighty then, it's time for the second, about 2.5 liters again. That's perfect. That'll boil down now for probably a good hour, I would think. I'll go prepare the other one. So probably going to be doing about, I'm going to be guessing 2.5 hours to boil down. Probably have about 10 liters. Maybe not quite 8, maybe 8 liters. And I'm just going to boil that down in half. So at the end of it, I should have about 3 or 4 liters. And then I should be able to boil that down tomorrow, down to maybe a liter or so. Anyway, we'll see. That's all we're doing here. Should be fun. Stay tuned. Ready to get my barbecue going. All right. Let me show you the sap. It's actually starting to come around pretty good. Stay tuned. Yeah, it's starting to come together. I need to put a few more logs on it and then get her boiling up again nicely, and then I'll do a temperature check. Stay tuned. Perfect. She's starting to catch a good flame again, so it shouldn't be too long. Get that rolling boil going again. Stay tuned. Alrighty then. Well, it's not fancy, but it's pretty darn tasty. Nice little fried steak and the shrimp skewers. I love those shrimp skewers. And another Miller Lite as well. As I'm sitting out here by the fire watching that, having my barbecue, I'll have another beer. Should be good. Looking forward to a good supper. Looking forward to getting that boiled down, and looking forward to seeing how the video turns out. Anyway, hopefully this is a kind of a useful video and kind of shows you, you know, the boiling step. Obviously, I did the whole series last year and detailed it out, but this year I'm doing a little bit different, but there's lots of ways to do it. At the end of the day, all you're really doing is boiling sap down to a certain temperature, and then once you get to that temperature, right, it's maple syrup. Anyway, see ya. Alrighty then, I got a great boil going now, and it's about 2:14, so a lot of the water started to come out of it, but it still has a ways to go. But I think what I'll do is I'll maybe take it to 2:15. This is all that's left of the half of the I think I ended up having about 8 liters of liquid. I ended up throwing out the ice. Maybe seven, maybe 8 liters. So I'm down probably to about four left there. I'm gonna boil that down probably to about 3 liters, and then I'm gonna put it in the other bucket and leave it for tomorrow, and then I'll reduce that even more. So yeah, I'm sitting, I have my thermometer in there, so it's sitting, at about 214. So it still has a bit of room to go, but I just wanted to share that with you. I'm gonna let it sit there for a bit longer, and pretty excited. Hey, stay tuned. See you soon. Perfect. That nice and hot. Alrighty then, I think that's it for tonight. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that into my other pot there, and I'll let that cool for a little while, and then I'll put it in the fridge for the night, and I'll finish boiling it tomorrow. I think I got it, it's not quite to 215. I think my goal tomorrow is to, reduce that maybe to 216, 217. Not quite finished. Anyway, let me take care of this right now. All right, that was fun. I actually like doing the maple syrup on the fire first. I think it gives it like a little smoky flavor. I could be wrong, but in my head, Hogan's Smoky Maple Syrup. Anyway, tomorrow I will finish that down a bit more using the sauna wood stove. See ya. Alrighty then, good morning. You can see the moon. Last of the moon. I wanted to share the sounds of the lake right now. The water level is going up. They must have pulled a log yesterday. You can see it's kind of it's raised up just a little bit, so the ice is cracking in the background, like all over the place. I'll just be real quiet, and I'll increase the volume so that you can hear it. Not you, crow. Wow, it's pretty eerie. Anyway, hopefully this turns out. See ya. Good morning, Blue Jays. Bunching them up in the tree. Man, they're squawking a lot today. All right, I'll leave you alone. See ya. Alrighty then, cheers. Whew. Oh man, that's good. It's almost, what is it, 3:15? Yeah, just after 3, between 3 and 3:15. I can't remember exactly. I just left Perth. I played pickleball, got some groceries, and came back. And now I'm gonna boil some more. I'm gonna boil that sap down a bit more, and I'm gonna use my my sauna wood stove this time. But let me get some wood ready. That last one was a tough one, just full of knots. Anyway, let me get my wood stove together. Stay tuned. All right, just gotta go get my lighter, my trusty torch. All right, well, let that light up nicely. I'll go and get the syrup ready and the pot I'm going to use, and we'll see how long it takes to boil it down. Probably going to go to as about 104, 105, almost 105. I'll see if I can go to maybe 107. We'll see what that looks like. Sorry, 200. And what was I? I was at 214, 215. I'm going to see if I can go to about 216, 217. Just a couple degrees shy of syrup. I don't want to go too far because I'm just going to continually basically add to the pot. I'm going to get it down, you know, to where it's close that I can finish it inside. So get it to within 2.5 degrees of finish. Anyway, stay. Got to get my birds fed too. Fire's coming along. Be a couple more minutes. Stay tuned. That's coming along. It's going to take a little bit. Once it's roaring really good, I'll get the pot on there and start boiling it down. Stay tuned. See you soon. All right, well, just let that boil down for a bit, and have a couple beers and listen to some music. Stay tuned. When she starts rolling and boiling, I'll show you. Alrighty then. Well, we got a little bit of a snowstorm starting, and the ice is just a popping too. I don't know if you can hear it. It's coming up on shore. I'll have to show the water level from the Mississippi Valley Conservation Authority website and show the difference in the water level just in the last few days. It's definitely popping up. You see the ice is coming up. Anyway, check. You know there's a snowstorm coming when you can barely see across. I bet you in another 10-15 minutes I won't even be able to see across there. We're supposed to get, I think, 10 to 15 centimeters of snow. Oh well, I guess winter is doesn't want to leave us just yet. Anyway, stay tuned. We'll get this what I'm going to call my smoky, snowy maple syrup. Stay tuned. See ya. Alrighty then. I switched pans. This one's really thick. This is like a pressure cooker. Anyway, I use this just to boil water, and I use this to have extra water on the wood stove just to kind of evaporate, give a little moisture. But we had a little bit of wind with that storm that came in. Storm blew over. Anyway, I put that to kind of help with the wind. Anyway, I've changed pots, and I think it's gonna boil a little bit better on that pot. So I'll let that pot go for a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. And I will just use this for just the basic, kind of like pre-warming on the wood stove. It was a bit of a fail using this, but anyway, we'll see how this goes, and we'll go from there. I do have the next boil I do. I'm going to use that propane setup that I have. I think that's going to actually work the best. So anyway, but we're experimenting, we're having fun. See ya.
Alrighty then, George came to visit as well.
Hey George, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? How you doing? You say hi? Say hello. Say hello. Alrighty then. Well, I just checked, and I just checked the maps on the Weather Network, and that storm is just coming right back in here. So I think I'm gonna shut everything down. It reduced a bit, which is nice. I know that propane setup that I have is going to be quite efficient. Now I just have to decide if I'm going to use that pot, or I have another pot back home that I bought when I used to make wine, and it works really, really well. But I think what this needs is like a shallow pan, like an evaporator pan. So I might do a little bit of looking around. It's amazing. You can, so I was at Canadian Tire, and you can get a round stainless steel pot for like $10. But if you try to get a square or rectangular stainless steel evaporator, they're like $150. Anyway, I'm gonna do a little digging around, see what I can find. I want to come up with a really good setup so that I can do. I like the outdoor, right? Now, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna buy. When the kids were little, we used to go to Fortune Farms, and the Kettle Boys were there. And they had these big kettles up on chains over a live fire, right? So big cast iron kettles. I don't want a big one like that. They probably each had like 100 liters in them. But something kind of maybe that I could put 15, 20 liters in, like one of my big buckets, and then just kind of let it go. I like the smoke, I like the outdoor, part of it, rather than just the propane. The propane, I think it will be faster, but I don't mind sitting out here and having some fun, listening to some music, and have a couple beers. But anyway, the storm's coming in. I digress. but I am going to do a bit more research. But for this week, this has been fun. You know what? I like my outdoor fire pit part of it. I like this idea of this wood stove. I just don't know if it's powerful enough to handle the amount of liquid that I had in that pot. I think it would be perfect for a small batch, really small batch, like a small pan. But those bigger, well, the other one was too thick, and then this one, it's boiling just slightly, like it's just not, but it's not, it doesn't have enough energy, and it really comes down in my mind to surface energy, surface area, and BTUs coming out of that stove. But it has been fun. So that's it for this week. The storm's coming in. I'm gonna go in, have some supper, and then head back into town tomorrow, edit the video, and put it out there. Hopefully it sounds good, or hopefully it turns out good, not sounds good. Anyway, that's it for now. See ya.
Alrighty then, I decided to actually put the cover on and check this out. Oh yeah. Alrighty then. That's it for this week. I put this glove on to handle the wood stove. Anyway, let's check out this storm coming in. It's all good. See ya. Alrighty then, just when you think winter is over. It sucks you right back in. Bummer. Oh well, it's that time of year. We're going to get some fluctuating weather. But before you know it, that view right there is just going to be water and not ice and snow. Ha! See ya! Life is tough at the lake. See ya. Thanks for watching. See ya.